call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays. get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got it, looking for a first. Get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, we'll have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got him spread out on gun. Running back gets to give. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
And he added the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Verrier. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
Give to the running back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Four receivers set, two on each side on 2nd and 8. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He now has 79 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. The give to the back. There he goes. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The give to the tailback. Smashes through the tackle. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quick completion to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback is...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer right now. This offense just looks confused up front.
He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
Turning it on! Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Got the first down and more.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over Rice. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
It'll be a draw. And that ball's free behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball. I don't know if it... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Handoff from the gun. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Power football with the run. Got the first down. Looking for more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Past the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First and 10 coming up. On the run, it's Pineda. Across the 15. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fires to the big fella. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. From the gun. Give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop. He found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Going for the goal line. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Grab. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time on target. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. And they spike it to stop the clock.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, they're after him. Got the first down. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Pocket breaking down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one is perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. He wants to change this route. From the gun. He'll take a deep shot here. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half on the ground. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Line gets set, first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. From the gun, the running back has it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Pulls and fired complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Sooners have this offense rolling. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. They'll go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And now on 2nd down for this offense. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They do.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Complete to the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. David, you're the analyst. I'll defer to you, but it was as if he saw cover 1 and says, I'm attacking downfield.
I like that. You should always defer to me in all situations, but exactly right. See the safety. Now I know the
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's very air. Running through contact. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Red Raiders started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Now from inside the red zone. It's caught. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Just drives it between the uprights. Reds are forced to settle for 3.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Right back to the well. There he goes. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. Here's At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll try the run. And they're able to get him on the ground. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He leaves it with his back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now facing a third and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pushes ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 7 over Army. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Snagged out of the air. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Finds the tight end. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah.
Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. At the 35, he's loose. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 1st downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it.